Hello, my beautiful souls. So, I know I was supposed to be talking about the postpartum today. I'm gonna put my hair up real quick. But I decided that I want to talk about the day me and my husband got together, which is funny to us. His ex sister in law, not so much, but oh well. So, my brother had come to where we were staying at, my hometown, and this was in Texas. So he came to my hometown where me and my mom were staying with my ex, who was his best friend at the time. And they came over, we were hanging out, and this is right after, trigger warning, but right after my miscarriage, like a couple months or so after. So I'd somewhat forgiven my ex for not being there. And me and my ex were kind of buddy-buddy at that point. And it's how it's been for 7 years. I mean, I was always able to forgive him no matter what he did to me. But this was kind of like the last straw. And that day earlier, me and my husband, apparently we've known each other for over 20 years, but earlier that day, we were joking around, saying that we were going to fight each other, and I was going to beat him up, and all this, just jokingly, not serious, obviously. So, my ex and my brother had come over that night, and hung out for maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and my mom's best friend at the time had come over, so she was hanging out, and, like, she saw how me and my ex were. She didn't approve of it, but she also didn't know what was going to happen with my now husband. And so, my husband came over. We'll call him DJ. DJ had come over and saw me and my ex sitting on the front porch. And, he'd come over trying to fight and all this stuff. Not seriously, but jokingly. And he kind of left and went over to his brother's house where he was staying and was drinking and everything. And my mom's best friend at the time, we'll call her, what should we call her? She's not a good woman, so we will call her Lily. Let's just call her Lily. I don't know. So Lily had come over, and she didn't like how me and her brother-in-law were acting towards each other. And I mean, this woman has told my mom and I so many secrets that shouldn't have been said about her and her husband and all that, which is a whole nother story. So DJ had come over and saw me and my ex sitting on the front porch and just being ha-ha and all that. So he went back over to his brother's house where he was drinking and everything. He had a little lit, and my brother and my ex had left. And me and my mom did not feel like just sitting at the house because, I mean, my brother just left. He lived 3 hours away from us at that point, and we were both sad that he left. We don't see him that much. And so they left. I was like, you know what? Let's go over to Lily's house. Why not? She's right down the road. I mean, get some drinks, have some fun, forget the sadness. So we went over there, and they made burgers and all that. So, of course, we ate and brought over some desserts. I forgot what it was. And me and DJ were talking in the kitchen while my mom and Lily were talking outside, and Lily saying, oh, they don't need to be together, and we need to keep them apart, and how they're Hispanic. So she basically said, us Hispanics don't like being put second or something like that. And she immediately pissed my mom off, just how she was talking and pretty much downgrading me. And so me and my husband were sitting on the front porch at this point, just talking, playing with the dogs and all that. And after Lily had said this to my mom turns around and was like, you know what, we're going home. DJ, you can come over if you want. And so DJ came over, and this was September 24th. He had come over, and we stayed up talking all night. I had work the next day at 7 a.m., but we wound up just staying and talking about everything. I mean, I told him about my past, about how I was R-word, about how I had a family member abuse me. And so he was telling me about how his ex-girlfriends used to abuse him, and one actually tried to set him on fire. And I'm like, okay, I'm not that crazy, so you're safe with that. And like I said, he had been chasing me since I was 14, doing the on and off again, yearly check-ins. And so when I was 23, September 24th, finally decided, you know what, why not? He was looking good at that point. So, like, you know what, let's give this a chance. He looking good. Like, hi, Daddy, how you? So, we stayed up all night just talking. And he took me to work. He got me some breakfast, took me to work, dropped me off. And when I was closing up that night, he came over, helped me close up the shop, and stayed and took me back home. And he never left. I mean, when I say he never left, I mean from September 24th till today is June 20th, Father's Day, 2021. He has been living with me. So for 3 going on 4 years, this man has lived with me. And it's been ups and downs. We've had our problems, but then we found out he proposed to me on just technically midnight at December 25th, so on Christmas he proposed to me at midnight. And how that happened was a whole another story. Basically, we were watching Supernatural, and I was tired. I was ready to go to bed. I wanted to go to bed. I was getting irritated. I was getting pissy. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to bed. And he didn't realize what time it was because he was watching Supernatural. And earlier that night, you know, we went to a Christmas party at my best friend / sister's house. And so he realized what time it was. It was just my mom, me, and him at the house. And he gets down on one knee and proposes to me with the ring I thought was still at the jeweler's because the moonstone had fallen out. So he proposed to me with that ring with my birthstone in it. And I was like, oh my God, yeah. And called my sister up like, he just proposed to me. Oh my God, he just proposed. And then on January 11th, I believe, found out I was pregnant. So it went pretty fast. We've also known each other 20 plus years, but it went by really fast. And it was fun, all because my mom's now ex-best friend pissed her off is the main reason why me and my husband got together so quickly that we did. And I thank her for it, because my husband, I mean, he's awesome. We have our problems, yeah, but he is an amazing guy. And with today being Father's Day for him, you know, I figured why not tell the story of how we got together. And then apparently getting pregnant. So that's how that went. And I mean, I'm hoping for many more years to come. I love this man to death. And like I said, I know I was supposed to talk about the postpartum, but with it being Father's Day, I don't want it such a down subject. I want a kind of a funny one, a lighthearted one, and how me and him got together. So I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.